Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy CrispPurpose back at it again with another Gems of War World Event Team video for you guys. Now, in this one, we left the angelic kingdom of the White Helm and we ventured over into the demonic kingdom of Sin of Mirage. And that's where we're going to be focused on this week for the Lost in Translations World Event. But let's take a look at the lore for this world event. So we needed Damon Blood to uncover the hidden writing in the tome of the cursed god. But not just any blood would do. We made a devilish deal with the Maiden of Pain. If we brought her blood, she would refine some for us, slay demons, and collect their hearts and blood to supply the Maiden of Pain. Wow, that's gory and kind of weird. But yeah, that's going to be the focus for this world event. We're going to be getting Damon Hearts and Damon Blood to give it to the Maiden of Pain. But we want to take a note of the medal for this Lost in Translations world event. We have a skull and spell damage medal. So all troops in the current event will be getting 160% to spell and skull damage for this current event. So ensure that you have this ready when you're hopping into your battles for this world event. But before we go, we need to take a look at the scoring for this world event. So the scoring is as follows. There are 6 battles that players can encounter during the event: Gluttony, Pride, Abject of Despond, Tartarus, Baphomet, and Ashtaroth. The battles are randomly chosen, but they all have an equal chance of appearing on the map. Now here is the scoring. You can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. Gluttony, 5 Damon Blood. Pride, 1 Damon Heart and 5 Damon Blood. Abject of Despond, 1 Damon Heart and 6 Damon Blood. Tartarus, 2 Damon Hearts and 7 Damon Blood. Baphomet, 2 Damon Hearts and 8 Damon Blood. Ashtaroth, 3 Damon Hearts and 10 Damon Blood. Each Damon Blood is worth 2 points, and each Damon Heart is worth 5 points. Battles will drop a variable number of Damon Blood and Damon Hearts, on average about 1.18 times the base amount. So yeah, this is simply a rarity order once again for this world event. I don't think anybody should struggle with this one. Focus on battles that have more Damon Blood and more Damon Hearts, and you will be fine. Of course, you want to avoid those gluttony battles as much as possible, and always grab that mythic fight, which is Ashtaroth, as much as you can get. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a high-level team and, of course, a low-level team. They will be very similar, but the teams are going to be following up right after this. So this is the high-level team for this Lost in Translations world event. The Ruby Macaque is a weapon that I've used many times in many restrictions and, of course, in world events before, but this is an amazing chance to use it once again. So this is going to be at the top of the team, dealing true damage to all enemies, then creating 3 booty gems and exploding 5 gems. It's the easiest way to go for this world event, simply because it is a very restrictive world event, and we're going to get to exactly how restrictive it is in a second. So the class I'm using here is the Titan Hero class, at least at the start of this world event. Why am I using Titan? Because I have a 50% mana start from the class, which is, that Giant Lord final trait on the class. All Giant allies start battles with 50% mana. And look at my setup for Titan. I have Impact set. I also have Hammer Mastery, Stone Circle, Storm's Aura, Rock Solid, Lightning Strike, and Fortitude. As you guys can see from my potions, I have the Potion of Enchantment, Potion of Explosion, Potion of Rejuvenation, Potion of Armor, and of course my medal is attached. I might, get more of these as the week progresses so that I can blow through the battle no matter how hard they get. The main reason, though, I'm using the Ruby Macaque is because the Ruby Macaque is dealing true damage, right? Many of the other troops in this event will be dealing just regular damage. This is a true damaging option, so it's one of the best options for any player in this world event. Then at the back of the team, we have 3 copies of ZBP. Zarg's Boompile is going to be here. This is a newer mythic troop that I'm sure everybody knows of. This is the green, red, and blue version of Pharaoh Khafre, right? So, or Emberclaw, if you want to say, or in some ways T'Chaka. It allows you to get your troop spell ready, spell ready at the start of battle. Why? Because of the final trait, the one little spark, exploding two skulls. When my turn begins, you have three copies, you explode six skulls. There you go. Very fast, very smooth option for this world event. This is a high level team, of course, so I'm not expecting everybody to have this, but if you have two copies, it's still really, really good, right? Even if you have one copy, it will work really well for you at times. Now, let's take a look at the restriction for this world event. It's something I want to make mention of. So, the restriction here is generators and assassins. And that's why I ran to the Ruby Mechanic because it's just a super easy option for players that have it. In fact, this is the best AoE damaging weapon, I would say, for um, majority of players. 1 second, I'll be right back. My controller is about to die, man. This sucks. I'll be right back. And we're back. So as I said before, we have a restriction here of assassins and generators. So as you can go through the options here, they are great options of troops that you can use, but I think one of the best options is this right here. It just works so well. Less talking, more action. Let's hop into a fight here in the Lost in Translation World event and see exactly how this fight works out. So as you can see, my Uber Mechak is spell ready. Explosions from my ZBPs, and there we go. We're killing them really, really fast. I don't think that anything else could be as fast as this, but there is a secondary option that I think some players are able to use. Let's hop into another fight once again versus Pride here. Let's showcase it once again. Then we're going to move on to the low rarity team for this world event. And hopefully, you guys had a vault event. I saw that many players were grinding the vault. Some players in my guild as well were grinding the vault. Hopefully, you guys got a lot of vault keys, a lot of epic vault keys, and even saved up some paloozas for the next vault event. And yeah, let me know in the comment section if you guys got a lot. All right, so we have an Ashtaroth battle here. We're going to be focused on that in the next part of the video. The second team is going to be following up right after this. And this second team is a more lower level. I don't know if you can even call it a lower level team, to be honest. It is not as rare as the other team, but it's still something that you can, I think majority of more players, I should say, can make use of this team as opposed to the first one. So up front on this team, we're having Tide Slash. Now this is a weapon that's from Nexus that deals true scatter damage to enemies. Then it will pull the last enemy to the front. Pretty good weapon because this is from Nexus, as I said before. It gives the ability to do frozen, striking, and glacial in the weapon upgrades. Frozen is freezing the first enemy. That glacial trait will give all blue allies 2 mana. Pretty good weapon to have in the first slot. I'm using it though with the Sunspear hero class simply because I want that final trait right there, the heat wave constant red storm every single turn, as well as for the root trap, and then finally at the back, the fire blade, dealing triple skull damage to burning enemies. Since we're dealing 160% skull damage already off the jump, right? Because of the metal, why not amplify it up somewhat with some fireblade? You know what I mean? And as you guys can see, I of course have my medals right there. Then we have a very powerful troop on my team for my generator. It's going to be Angry Mob. Angry Mob was great in the Underspire for last week because we were in the Kingdom of Whitehelm. Now we're able to use it in this world event the entire week, so it's really, really good. Angry Mob is here because, of course, he generates mana by destroying gems, but he's also here just in case I lose my first troop. I can use my Angry Mob to resummon another Angry Mob and just keep on rinsing and repeating them until I have the entire enemy team dead. Right, it's the infinite resummon right there. He also has Bloodlust in the final trait right there, so he's able to deal a significant amount of skull damage, and that's amplified by my 160% skull damage medals, right? So you see where I'm going with this. And of course, Mr. Zuli himself, Big Boy Zogot, is on the team. He is going to be here for, of course, his spell Annihilation, killing an enemy, burn, freeze all remaining enemies, and of course, he will create those 12 skulls. And I can use those 12 skulls with my 160% skull damage medal, right? Of course, he's impervious and he has that manifestation final trait. Then at the back of the team, we have Gimlet Stormbrew right here, Empowered Troop. That's going to be converting green gems to brown and giving life to the first ally. Very good setup right here. I think I'm really proud of this team. The banner on this one is the Saurus banner from the Fangmore factions. This is a +2 on red. +1 on blue. Of course, we're minusing brown. Oh, no. No, that kind of sucks. No, I don't want to do that. Now, let's go red, brown. Red, brown, and let's minus yellow. There we go. We're back to the gate banner right here from the Hellgate faction. So it's +2 on brown, +1 on red. There we're minusing yellow because Gimlet already uses that color and he's empowered. Let's hop into a fight here. Of course, I'm not at the highest level you can say in which I can really make use of this, but I think that just showcasing it here is good enough for you guys. Of course, weapon just works in an amazing way. You know what I mean? Even before I need to really you guys can see it. Even before I really need to make use of it, make use of my Zulgat, I should say. I can make use of the weapon, just kill out the early parts of the battle, and then just move up as I see fit with casting my Zulgat as the battles get more difficult and enemy troops are not dying as fast. Start casting Zulgat at that time to work out really, really good for you. All right, let's match some gems here, and now let's do this. Ah, yeah, man, the Tight Slash is a great weapon to use if you don't have the Rube Macaque. Keep that in mind. If you don't have the Rube Macaque, Tight Slash, right? It works out very, very well. Let's do one more fight here against the Mythic battle, and then we're going to skedaddle and check out the Underspire. I don't want to forget posting an Underspire um, video that's going to be very important for many players out there. That's going to be following up right after this one. Let's cast our Angry Mob. There we go. Can we get to use some skull damage? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, baby. It's great to use skulls, man, especially when you have Zulgat. Can you imagine you have Zulgat? You know what I mean? I don't think anybody should be struggling in this world event if they got Zulgat. I think majority of players should have Zulgat. So the team for the Underspire, right, is going to be following up right after this. And this is the team for the Underspire. So the Dark Herald is going to be on the top of this team. This is a Daemon Knight with I think this is a 12 mana cost. It got knocked down to 11 because I have it to shiny level 2. As you guys can see, the Lightning Ward plus spell allows it to gain in the barrier. Then it will create 12 blue lightning gems or 12 yellow lightning gems. You guys know how those gems work. One gem type explodes gems, one destroys a column, one destroys a row. Really good troop right here. One of the better generators in this kingdom. Of course, it has the Omen of Dark second trait, which explodes a purple gem at the start of battle, and it has skull damage reduction of about 25%. Then Eclipsis is going to be on this one, the Cosmic Dragon for brown with the Dark Sky spell, dealing a huge amount of damage. I think it's magic times 3 damage, right? To all enemies, converting 5 brown gems to brown dragon gems, 10% chance for an extra turn, boosted by brown gems. And it, of course, has that power of Eclipse final trait with spell damage reduction and skull damage reduction. One of the most tanky troops in the kingdom. Then I'm using the Blood Crystal Blade on this weapon for the hero. This is one of the exploded type weapons from the kingdom that explodes purple gems, grants a random status effect to all Sin of Mirage allies, and summons a Sin of Mirage troop. Really good as a backup generator for the team. And of course, I started with the Elementalist class. You can use whatever class you want to, but I think that for me, I'm starting it off with this to see how things work out. And I might switch it up maybe to go a little bit quicker as the Underspire gets completed. And at the back of the team, we have the Bane of Mercy on this one. This is very popular troop, giving attack to the first ally, converting yellow gems to purple to boost the effect, and of course, cursing all enemies. Empowered troop. Let's take a look at the banner on this one. The banner here is the Slayer banner from the Drakzoom Kingdoms. This is a +2 on brown, +1 on purple, and of course, we're minusing yellow because we convert that away with our Bane of Mercy. Let's hop into a fight in the Underspire for Sin of Mirage and see how it works. Of course, in this, you want to get mana to your troops as quick as possible, but as you guys can see, because of the explosions from my my Dark Herald, you guys can see that he gained mana to himself really, really fast, and we were able just to spam him down real quick. Let's go ahead and cast this. Did not get a match. That's what we want to see. But let's see if we can move things around here a little bit, get the board moving, because of course, these gems will allow you to gain a lot of mana, even when they're not matching as much. If the enemy troops don't match them, and then you do, you'll get the mana. You guys can see a lot of mana transferred over to the team. Let's play one more fight, and I'm going to skedaddle and leave you guys to try out these teams, see how it works. As I was saying in my previous video for last week, I think I will be making another channel, right? There's some things about this channel that are not working out so well for me, so I'm going to be starting a new channel. Of course, I'm still going to be posting all the Gems of War stuff on this channel, but I'm just going to be focusing on some other stuff on the other channel. So I really want to look out for you guys' support, man. I hope you guys can support the channel, get it going, hopefully get to 1,000 subscribers really fast, and see where it goes from there. Hopefully, guys and gals found this video helpful and informative. If you did, remember to smash that like button, comment to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next one. Peace.